Okay, we are going to go through the population infographic project using a very cool tool called Pikto chart. And an infographic is basically a way to organize a lot of information using visuals so that they're clear and dynamic for viewers to read and understand. You are going to see more and more infographics everywhere. There's a new site called Vox.com that's pretty much you want to see like a lot of infographics, go there. They basically run their new site through infographics. It is, a way to utilize all the tools available online to get information out. People are in a hurry. They don't always have time to read a ton. So the best thing you can do sometimes is give them a clear image, an infographic to communicate ideas and information. So what you're going to be doing is creating an infographic for your country, and you're going to start by signing up or setting up a Pikto chart account. So click on the link here, and you will be able to log in up in the right hand corner here using your Google account. So let's sign in with Google. You may have to hit accept. I've already done this before, so it's not asking me to accept, but if it's your first time, you're going to have to hit accept. So I'm going to choose to do an infographic. If you're doing another project for another class, a report, there's a presentation tool. If you're doing sort of like a report here or a banner there. We're doing infographics, so I'm going to select it. As soon as I select it, it's going to give me some of the free options down here, some of the themes. So you can choose any of the ones available here. I'm going to go with this one, the double click. I guess that's what's, or dark 2. You can always preview it if you want. Let's do create. And here I go. And as you can see over on the left hand side, I can insert graphics, shapes and lines. I can insert icons. These are cool for your, to use these little shapes and images to represent your concepts. I can choose photos that they have, or I can even choose things that I've uploaded in the upload section. Okay, if you want to upload your charts that you've made, you can do that. And that might be a cool way to integrate your spreadsheet project into this. Background color you can change. You can change how dark and how light it is too. I can select things and change the background color. Text, if I want to manipulate text, here it is. Styles, a color palette you can change. You can play around with that. There's some tools here. There's maps and charts, videos. There's many different possibilities you can go with. If you want this chart, you can select ones that you want, and really do a lot with this. Now, the way this works is it's set up in frames and blocks. You can select a block and start editing, the block based on the theme already here. You can delete stuff. So let's say, I want to change this to my country. Let's say my country is Italy. Okay, there it is, Italy. Give it a subheading, and I can say something like demographics. And since we're doing 2012 and 2050, I can add that subtitle. I can change the fonts if I want up here, the text size, all your basic text editing options, changing the color. You can tilt this any way you want. Basically do anything you're used to doing in Google Drawing. And that's how this graphic is set up. You use blocks, and you go from block to block adding content. If you want to delete a block, you can always just hit delete in this X right here. If I want to, add a block, you can hit add a block. You can clone a block, or you can just add a block, doing any of those things. Now, I mean, there's just a wide open array of things that you can do. I like what they've done here. They inserted some shapes and then it put images in here to sort of create small little graphics in there. You have free reign to do, any kind of color and graphics that you want. Something else you can do is using the maps feature. I'm doing Italy. I can open the maps and go to the Europe map, and you can fill in. Now, obviously, we don't expect you to fill in area and population for every single country, but if you want to focus and do some information about your country, you could maybe even add another thing and do life expectancy or whatever, literacy rate or GDP, and just fill it in just for your country. And in my case, let me find Italy. I could type it in there. Something else that's cool is, you may want to focus on your country even though all of Italy or all of Europe is in there. So you can go to settings in the map feature and choose a specific country. In my case, I want to choose Italy, and give it a custom color so it stands out. So maybe I want to make it, I don't know, something that might go well with that red, maybe something like black. I don't know. You can pick. You can show just the European Union if you want. That's not really that big a deal. And then I can insert map so that people can see, my country highlighted, and when they scroll over it, I can put some information. Now, looking at it now, I would think, yeah, the black's probably not the best color, so because my background is black. So yeah, be creative. Like this block, their images. This is a airplane. Maybe this is something about airlines. This is a picture of a plant. So their information probably is going to relate to something about maybe the environment or food growing. I don't know. You want to find icons that support. If you're talking about literacy, maybe one of the icons that you would want to look for over here under graphics, see if they have something about books, and see if anything came up. And you can see there's a book right here. You could drag that in there. Any of these things would work that would suggest that you're reinforcing a stat about literacy. Okay, you have a lot of options. Make it clear, make it relevant. You can always go back and upload some of your own graphs that you made. I'm going to make another screencast that goes over how to do that, and maybe even focus on how to change the color of your charts and spreadsheets to match what it is you're doing here. Alright, have fun, be creative, and if you have questions, ask someone, ask your teacher, and we'll try to get this done.